Let's go. And hello, Titus.
Titus, yes. Whichever you prefer. That's all fine.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much to kindly answer some of our questions.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Some of them that might be a bit atypical. That was the point of this interview, because we didn't want to ask you questions where we can find answer by reading like your Wikipedia page or that kind of stuff.
All right, cool.
So some maybe basic questions, but also some, I think, questions that I wanted to know. I wanted to know.
I'm a little scared now, but
no. Nothing too personal. The first of the questions that I have is: do you play MTG or do you know the rules?
Yeah. I was a player long before I became an artist. I was playing for about 3 years. So I started in 2010, I think.
Okay.
I started before that, but then I quit. You know how it goes. You quit and then you pick it back up again. I know the rules. I play mostly Commander now, but I used to play Modern. So competitively, but it was not for me.
And is there a card that you drew for Magic the Gathering that you would like to draw again? Like something that you did and in hindsight you would have maybe done it differently? Some kind of regret stuff, maybe?
I mean, you always have some regret because as time passes, you get better, right? So, but the ones that I would like to do again would be the snow-covered basics.
Okay.
I see them a lot. They're still quite popular. But at the time, I was traveling a lot for Magic. So I would go over to America and I would help them with something called concept pushes. It's where we figure out what the next sets are going to look like. So we draw the concepts. And Americans write their dates reversed from Europeans. So I was stressing a lot to get these snowlands done. And I was painting on the flight and I was painting in my hotel. I was just trying to get it done because I thought the deadline had like since passed. And I rush into the office and I go like, I'm finally done with the work. And they were like, you were like super early. What are you talking about? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, no, this is the date. And I'm like, oh no.
Okay.
And then I had to push and then I had other work. So I didn't have time to work on them again. If I could do those again, that would be nice. I like how they looked, but they definitely could have been better in my opinion. Yeah,
that's absolutely perfect as an anecdote, and it serves another question that I had coming. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Is there a card that you would like to draw yourself? Maybe a reprint of something that you like, or something along those lines?
Yeah, there were two cards, and I'm fortunate enough that I got to do both, but I can't talk about one because it's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
But that should be hopefully soon, which is nice. I can say it is in the Commander sphere because I used to be,
maybe it's for a Commander.
Play Commander, which is nice. But before I played Modern, and I used to run an Ensnaring Bridge deck, which was not very good, but I had it in there. And at some point I had some criticisms, I thought constructive criticisms about a Ensnaring Bridge artwork, an older artwork, I won't say which. Dutch people can be quite blunt, I have been told this. So the art director, one of my art directors, who overheard this conversation, came in the next day, and he was like, this is a great opportunity for you to put your money where your mouth is, because I'm giving you an Ensnaring Bridge. So if you complain about it, you need to do it really well. And it was a card that I really wanted to do. So yeah, I had two on that list. Well, the realistic list, obviously. There's a bunch of cards. Like I'd love the Volcanic Island or something. That'd be great. But being realistic. And one was Ensnaring Bridge, and the other is hopefully coming out soon. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
And regarding cards, I was watching you sign a lot of Urza Saga for the vast majority of the morning.
Yeah, it's a popular
card. Did you expect this card to do so well? Did you know what the card was doing where you were drawing it?
No, so only for reprints. So every card has a working title because it goes to the writer, so we don't know exactly what it's going to be called unless it's a reprint, and then obviously we know we can look it up. But Urza Saga was a fun story because the art director who commissioned me was a friend of mine, and she was leaving, and she gave me the card, and she said, "You just want to take this assignment. It's completely out of your wheelhouse for you. It's really different, but you just take the assignment." I was like, "Okay, fair enough." And normally the briefs are about this big, and now the brief was about that big.
Oh.
And I was reading through it, and I'm like, Cynthia, I have no idea how I'm gonna pull this off, because what they wanted is they wanted a page out of a diary from Urza himself. And in olden times, when paper was still very expensive, the way that you saved paper was a technique called palimpsest. So you kind of scrub the top layer off, right, and then you put a new layer down.
I know that word.
So I had to Google it. So it was a 3-layer palimpsest of old poems by Kaya, and then the work by Urza, and then finally another layer by, I think his name's Baron. It was a friend of Urza who kind of blocked most of the really offensive stuff out. His calculations on how to defeat the frictions and the biggest weapons. So it was a 3-layer thing. And I was reading through, and I was trying it digital, and it was very, very difficult. So I moved to traditional to try and make my own kind of palimpsest on old paper. I couldn't scrub the paper off, but I used various techniques. And I spent a ridiculous amount of time. Normally a painting takes about a week and a half, and I think I went overtime. I spent 2.5 months in summer, like trying to get this thing right. And I had no idea what the card was going to do. So eventually I was quite happy with how it looked. It was supposed to be done by an amateur.
You didn't know what it would do, but did you know it was a saga regarding the...
yeah, with the aspect ratio I knew it was a saga, and they had told me that most likely the name would be Urza Saga, because they wanted to do a reference to the old set when the Brothers War. And they were like, "We're giving you this card because I'm going away, and we know that you're a fan of the lore, so just please do it." And I spent forever on it. And when I was done, I sent it in and was like, "I have no idea what this is going to be, but I hope it's going to be worth it, at least that people will enjoy it. Like if it's a good card or not, that's always a nice bonus. But I hope it's worth it because I have never spent so much time on a card, and lucky for me, it's a ridiculously good card. So yeah,
and the artwork
it worked out,
and the artwork is beautiful. I think
one of the best coincidences is that when the sketch was done, before I colored it in, I really liked how it looked. So I took a bunch of photographs just of the sketch, and I was like, "This looks good." And I believe I sent it to them, going like, "You can use this version as well because I really like it." So when they contacted me, I think a month after it was done, going like, "We're doing a sketch version of the card. Could you make a sketch version?" I was like, "You should already have that, actually." This is so I think it was the one card where everything just really came together, and it's funny because it came together outside of my normal repertoire. Right, normally I do landscapes, and I was this, and it just it all came together. It was like, I guess sometimes you get lucky. Right? Yeah.
And for that precise card, I think stars maybe went a line for it between the artwork that is absolutely gorgeous, I think. And the fact that you sign like 3,000 of them, I overheard.
Yeah, it was
some conventions.
It's crazy. Yeah, but it was really because I think back on writing a poem as Kaya and had to invent a language for it. So you invent a script, and it's nice because I see the card a lot, but I also have really fond memories of trying to figure it out and making it look really nice. So yeah, it was good. I'm not tired of it yet. So that's
perfect. Nice. And what is the favorite painting that you did? Maybe for Magic the Gathering, or maybe another game or support. What is the artwork that you're the most proud of? It might be Urza Saga to some extent regarding its story, but
Urza Saga scores really, really high because it really pushed me out of my comfort zone into something new. And I think I'm doing a few paintings for myself now. So I've been with Magic and with Dungeons & Dragons over Wizards for a long time. It's I think 13 or 14 years now. and I know there's people out there in the room now who've been with it for much longer, so I still feel quite young there. But I'm also trying to branch out to do my own thing some more. So I've done a few paintings for myself that I'm going to show the world, I guess, soon, which I'm really, really proud of as well. So yeah, but most of my proudest moments are still with Dungeons and Dragons and with Magic, with cards like Urza Saga. Yeah.
And is there a place where we can see these upcoming arts?
Just my website.
Okay.
So TitusLunter.com, advertising Titus Lunter. Yeah, they'll be there. Yeah.
I have some question for you.
Okay.
Two in reality. The first one, if you would be a color of magic, which color would you be?
I always want to say blue, but I don't think I'm smart enough for blue. So it's probably green. I think I'm more of a Timmy. Because it's easier to keep track. If I could be colorless for artifacts, I would, because I have a real affinity for it. I love
We can count it.
Huh?
It can be.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
good.
count it as a color.
Yeah, sure, it counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to play Modern. I used to play Affinity a lot. And
Tesserator, maybe?
no.
Hammer time?
Lantern control. Oh, you're that kind of guy.
I wouldn't do lantern control. No, it was just a really standard affinity when most of the meta went into poison.
Okay.
So it was difficult. But when I dismantled the decks, I kept my Mox Opals, and I kept my little mana rock artifacts, and I sent them to some people around the world to have them altered and do some nice stuff with them, just as a keepsake for me. So I love collecting weird magic cards, misprints, and signed stuff, and all these kind of things. So yeah, I have a nice little binder with all my with my treasures. So yeah. So, but if I could pick, it would be artifact.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so, did you hide some Easter egg on your artwork, like a reference, maybe more personal? But in artwork, do you have the freedom for it?
Officially, no. We're not allowed to do any Easter eggs in our artwork, and if you do, it needs to be approved. So, for instance, I did have one official Easter egg approved, because the friend who got me into Magic, his dad got cancer, and I was doing, I think it was Ring Warden Owl at the time. And so I asked, is it okay if I put his dad's initials on the banner on the side of the owl? And it was okay. So that's an official Easter egg that I hid in there, just as a little thank you. But unofficially, yes, I do sneak in. It's tiny, right? So for instance, in Endless Atlas, it's a scroll with maps and stuff. So if you turn it around, you can vaguely see a silhouette of the Netherlands in there.
Okay.
So it's very little innocent stuff like that. I promise, wizards, it's not something awful. But I would say I do it sometimes. So yeah, if you're looking at the card, you can, if you turn it around, you can kind of see it. Oh, and Decanter of Endless Water. I saw that come by just now as well.
Which one?
If you go back one page for you, Decanter of Endless Water. Yeah, that one. So it's hard to see, but in the top right there's a cabinet, and on that cabinet there are two cats who are hiding from the water. One is our late cat, and the other is the late cat of a very dear friend of mine. She had a very, very fun cat, and we used to be roommates, and I love that. So
that's a very cool Easter egg.
I put both of our cats in there just for fun, because they don't like the water, right? So they'll be up high. Yeah.
And regarding art in general, what would be your favorite piece of art, or maybe the most influential to you? It might not be picture related. It might be music also.
So I think it's hard because there's so many pieces that and inspiration comes in many forms, right?
Yeah.
So it differs. But there is a Japanese ceramics artist called Akiyama Yo, and his work is very textural, so it looks very earth-like, and you just kind of want to touch it. And it was weird because when I was looking at his work, it really made me want to work more traditionally with a traditional feel. So it was for me kind of cool to see that ceramics and pottery, even though they're kind of abstract sculptures, had such an effect on just regular illustration, right? It's kind of quite far removed. So I really enjoy that. So with regular paintings, it kind of differs. There's a lot of old school Dungeons and Dragons fantasy illustrations that I would never do, people fighting dragons. And we always say that the work that you enjoy making is not the same as the work you enjoy looking at. So there's a big difference. But yeah.
I completely get that.
Stumbled on Japanese ceramics and I was like, this is awesome. Yeah. So I binged a lot of that stuff. So,
okay.
Yeah. Was that what you were looking for?
Absolutely, no, but that's really interesting. Yeah. That's why I really precise that it was not really a picture-related question, because I know that art comes in a lot of shape and forms, and sometimes you can be inspired. I myself play a lot of music, and sometimes I'm completely inspired by pictures or something that inspire me music to make. Yeah. And sometimes it's the other way around. It's music that inspire me drawings. So yeah.
I love making, you can see I got a new tattoo.
Oh no.
So you can see the paintbrush for my art, and then a stick for drumming. Right, so
because I'm a drummer.
I'm a drummer.
I'm a bassist.
Oh, you're a drummer. There you go.
It's really funny because the secret question that I asked you earlier for Suzanne.
Oh yeah.
She gave us a question for you too.
Okay.
And the question was, what was the signification of your tattoo on your left?
Oh, look at that!
If you would show it on the camera, maybe.
Let's see which way.
The camera is just here.
So I need to wait. I'll get up and I can show you like this. And it's a little better visible, like so.
And it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
So I'm a big fan of science fiction and of space stuff. I absolutely love it. So we have the paintbrush and the drumstick in a number 2, so it's a Roman number 2, because for me 2 is an important number, and then a simplification of the solar system is in here, so I kind of have all of that. Yeah,
it's perfect, and it's really gorgeous. I think.
Oh, thank you.
It's very nice.
It just healed, so it's almost healed. It's not very old yet, so yeah, nice. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you wanted to share with us?
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I think it's fun to do. For me, France was usually a vacation destination. I'm one of the Dutch tourists who always comes here for vacationing. But no,
no, I live in Dordogne.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. We bring our own everything. Like the whole house gets moved. We're not that bad usually, but as a kid, my parents were very guilty of that. So no, it's fun. It's fun to be here. So thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you very much for your time. And I have a very last question for you.
Yeah.
I read in your biography that you like baking cakes. What's your favorite type of cake? I myself, I'm a baker. I'm always looking for new ideas. So you have something to share with us.
Yeah. So there's plenty of delicious cakes, but I think one of the most hilarious ones is a Dutch recipe which is called butter cake.
Does the title explain it all?
Yes, it does. I can't really make it. So my wife Suzanne, she really loves butter cake, and we both can't have it anymore because we're trying to lose some weight. We're trying to get fit. But there was a period where we were living abroad, and I was trying to get a little bit of Dutch cuisine, which is not very, very fancy. It's not very rich. But one of the recipes is literally butter cake, and it's very tricky because it is mostly butter, then lots of sugar, and then a little bit of flour. Those are basically the only ingredients that are in there. But the temperature in which you have the butter and the temperature in which you bake it and the amount of time that you let it cool, it's all very, very narrow. Your margins are very, very narrow. Okay. So because if you ruin it, it becomes like a butter cookie, which is disgusting.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And if you get it wrong, it just starts to melt. But yeah, if you get it perfect, it's the most delicious 10,000 calories you'll ever eat. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll keep that in my head somewhere. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
for your time.
You're welcome. This is
And
fun.
I hope
Nice
you will
living.
have a good day and days
Yeah.
during this event.
No, I'm sure.
Sending a lot of Urza
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
on yours.
And your
Yeah.
mine, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.